Good morning. I welcome you on this fifth Sunday of Lent. We welcome anyone who may be worshiping with us for the first time, either here in the sanctuary or online. I'm going to invite those seated on the inside aisles to sign the friendship pads and to pass them along. As always, we encourage you to greet one another warmly. And as you do that, we will welcome the children into the sanctuary on this Children's Sunday. Better go tell them. No, they're not going to see you. Again, I welcome you all, and first of all, the altar flowers this morning are given by Paul and Susan Bishop in loving memory of her parents. On the welcome table, you'll find forms to donate Easter flowers in memory or honor of loved ones. You can also do that via the link in the Hilltop News, and we need all of these requests in by next Sunday. Also on that table, there's sign up for lobster biscuits. There's two more Fridays to go. And then also a sign up for the Easter Vigil. We have a couple of openings still there. And then looking ahead, next Sunday, we begin our journey through Holy Week. We have Palm Sunday. We will distribute palms. Then on Maundy, Thursday, we will remember the Last Supper, and that will be followed by a Tenebrae service. Tenebrae is Latin for shadows. If you've ever seen the Tenebrae service, there are candles up here. Our deacons read the Passion story and extinguish the candles until the only light in the sanctuary is the Christ candle. Then on Good Friday, we will have a brief family service here in the sanctuary, open to everyone, of course. And then there will be a supper up in Fellowship Hall with a craft for the children. Adults can also make palm crosses. On Easter Sunday, there will be a sunrise service at 6:30. All of the clergy in town will be participating in that on the Common. And then in the sanctuary here, there will be a service at 10 o'clock. I'm going to call upon our Minister of Discipleship.
Good morning. Things look a little different today. It is one of my favorite services of the year. It is Children's Sunday. The children are excited and they've been working hard. So we invite you to participate with them when they ask for your participation, which they will. A few things to note that are a little bit different. On the way out, there are train-themed bracelets that you can take with you to go. In the pews, you should find some balloons, some printed train tracks, and some writing implements. You will need them later. If you don't have them, the ushers have extra in the back, so just let them know. You will be asked at one point to yell out some things that bring you joy, so I'm giving you a heads up so you can think about that. The Lord's Prayer is also a little bit different because earlier this year we asked the children to put the Lord's Prayer in their own words. So the Lord's Prayer today is in the words of our church children. So it is in a way that they understand and identify with. If you would like to say the traditional Lord's Prayer, you are more than welcome to do so, but just so you're not surprised when it's a little bit different. Next week is the Carl Cutlip Easter egg hunt down at the Batchelder Field. We do need some volunteers to help us set up and manage it. It is a fun day. It goes pretty quickly. We have thousands of eggs. They're usually gone in about 7 minutes. So And then there are photos with the Easter Bunny. So it is a wonderful event, but we do need volunteers to make it happen. We also need people to fill the thousands of eggs that we have. So if you are interested, please let me know. Also next week is the Heifer Birthday Bash. All of the bakers are signed up, but we invite you to join us and buy a slice of cake for a donation that you can enjoy either your birthday month or whichever cake looks the most delicious to you. And the flowers that will be given today is an annual tradition on Children's Sunday, and they are a continuing gift in loving memory of Helen and Forrest Thurston. And I believe I have my cow friend visiting us again today, since we are still in the season of heifer. So Cindy Moohoo is coming on up. Great name, I have to say. All right, so join me in our European train journey. Tickets, please have your tickets ready. Cindy Moohoo, do you have family in Paris? Oh, you're traveling through Europe to spread information about Heifer International? Oh, they raise money and give education to families so they can support themselves, right? That is a great cause, and Paris is a beautiful city. Here's your ticket. I hope you enjoy your stay and raise lots of money for Heifer International. Make sure you tell everyone you know about the great work they do. And I believe that Andy Graham has an announcement.
Top of the morning to you.
Good morning.
And happy St. Patty's Day. I'm up here today to kick off our Lenten offering with a focus on the children in Sierra Leone and Kenya. My daughter Tracy and I work with an organization, excuse me, we work with an organization out of Worcester called Seven Hills Global Outreach, also known as SHGO, S-H-G-O. I've done 3 African service trips there, and Tracy has been there twice. In Sierra Leone, SHGO has transformed the lives of over 10,000 adults and children that live in 26 different remote villages near the country's second largest city called Bo. These villages have no electricity, internet, or running water, and consists of grass huts and dirt floors. With work initiated and funded by SHGO, but performed exclusively by the locals, these villages now have water pumps and wells, ventilated latrines, and in some villages they have solar-powered lights which allow the kids to do their homework into the evening. SHGO has taught them standard healthcare practices that have reduced disease and also reduced the mortality rate for children by 80%. SHGO created a central campus which contains a medical and dental clinic, a primary school, a central meeting area, and a church. The clinic and school provided the children with health care and education for the first time ever in this area of Sierra Leone. SHGO also initiated and funded the construction of a library in Bo used by students in the neighboring K-12 school that SHGO also created and supports. The 22,000 books that are in the library were ordered and shipped by my hardworking, adorable daughter. And just this January, Tracy and I attended a dedication to the opening of another new primary school paid for by SHGO that will serve the children in 6 of the villages which are located too far from the central campus. In Nairobi, Kenya, Chigot funds and supports an orphanage called the Children's Garden, and that's grown from about 5 children to almost 500 children. They have also, Chigot has also funded the Focus Dream Center, which provides medical, educational, and nutritional needs for orphans. And they've also put up the funds for the building of the Kibera Bethel Primary School that's in the heart of Kibera, where 500,000 people live in 1 square mile. The Bethel School is located about 10 minutes from a church led by Bishop Stephen Chigay's son. A small world. Last year, Sierra Leone was experiencing a food crisis where the cost of rice had risen 70% in just 2 years. Our congregation in last year's Lenten offering came through and donated $2,500 towards the $5,000 that I raised to meet the need. So this year, I've been asked to raise another $5,000. So whatever amount that you can provide would be greatly appreciated. There are envelopes marked in the pews, Lenten offering, and you can make out a check to the church and leave it with Nadine during the week, or you can bring it in next week during the offering. Every penny that you donate will go directly to those in need. If you have any questions, I'll be around after the service, or you feel free to reach me anytime. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Andy. One more thing I thought of. The songs that we do today, the children will lead them the first time through, so we'll ask you to remain seated. And the second time, we ask you to stand up and join in. Are there any other announcements? If not, then let us prepare ourselves to become like children and welcome in God's love and joy.
Please join us in the call to worship. Different people, different lives, different histories, but we come together for the glory of God and the power of Jesus. The power of Jesus that gives us hope. The power of Jesus that lets us live forever. So let's climb aboard for mountains of fun at Rocky Railway. And remember that trusting Jesus holds us through life's ups and downs.
Please join me in the prayer of invocation. God of love and grace, In the midst of confusion and chaos, you remain steadfast.
We have so much to be thankful for, which I think will be abundantly clear today as we see the joy and the excitement in our children. And for all that we have been given by God, we come now with our tithes and our offerings.
Please join me in the prayer of dedication. God, from whom we are faithfully and wonderfully made, here in the light of this day, we bring you our tithes and our offerings as we lay them upon your altar. We come to you with gratitude and a humble desire that we may continue to trust Jesus, to help do hard things, to give us hope, to help us be bold, to give us entire life, and help us be friends. May we be instruments of your peace, ambassadors of your love, and faithful disciples of our risen Savior, in whose name we pray. Amen.
Welcome to Vacation Bible School, Rocky Railway. We're excited to be on this adventure with you today. We'll sing, have fun, and celebrate God's love. Sometimes it can be hard to remember all the ways we can trust Jesus. It's like remembering that the sun is still up there behind the clouds after it's been raining for days. Whether you can see the sun or not, it's there.
To remind us of the ways that we can trust Jesus, we invite you to help us practice some of the ways that Jesus helps us. When we say Jesus' power, you will complete the sentence by using the poster that we hold up. You'll also see the words on the screen. Then the first one is Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Let's try it. Jesus' power.
Let's try another one. This time we are going to say, Jesus' power gives us hope. Here we go. Jesus' power
gives us hope. Later on, we'll also invite you to say, Jesus' power helps us be bold, and Jesus' power helps us be good friends.
Having someone who loves us beyond our wildest imagination and is always with us can make any of the ups and downs of life a little easier.
We're going to start with a song about Jesus' power pulling us through. We'll lead it now for you, and then later today we'll play it again and you can join in.
Trust in you, Jesus, you're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. On this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, oh, oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull
from the book of From the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13. I can do all things through him who strengthens me.
Did I hear there was a rock slide? You did indeed. A huge boulder rolled down the mountain last night and landed right on the track. Wow, that could cause some problems. It definitely could. Good thing we're here to take care of it.
Do you really think we're strong enough to lift a massive boulder?
I don't think. I know.
It's funny you mention that because today we're learning about that. It's too hard. It's funny you mention that because today we're learning that Jesus' power. Because we're learning. We all have to do hard things. It might be taking a big test at school or standing up to a bully, being there for a sick family member, or saying goodbye to a friend who moves away. We aren't always strong enough to handle these things on our own, but we all have a friend who is. Jesus is powerful in every way, and he can handle anything. He can help us handle hard things too. Jesus is power. We invite you to now help us fill our buckets from the coal car. We need some volunteers to help us. Each team will work together to grab some coal from the coal bins and carry it over to fill your team bucket. Let's see which team can finish first. All right, well done. Oh, I see a train coming. Let's go.
Place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train is bound for glory. place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train, this train, this train, this train.
From the book of Psalms, chapter 31, verse 24. So be strong and courageous, all you who put your hope in the Lord.
Hey there. Is the rock slide all cleaned up?
Well, the rocks are cleaned up, but there was so much damage to the track that we're still stuck.
That's okay. It will get fixed eventually.
Eventually isn't enough. This train is filled with M&Ms. Do you know how much people love their M&Ms? If we can't get down the mountain, then the M&Ms won't get delivered and the people will be so mad. It's hopeless.
Don't lose hope. Think about driving the train. Or your happy place, right?
My happy place, yes.
You're chugging along over a bridge, up a hill, around a bend, and you go into a tunnel. It's dark right now, but then you see the light at the end. Do you see it?
I see it.
That's hope. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel. When things seem hopeless, Jesus' power gives us hope. In the pews, you will each find a balloon. Now these balloons are empty and look kind of sad and hopeless. Sometimes we feel hopeless when we have a fight with our friend, or our boss is mean, or our homework is too hard. Maybe we didn't make the basketball team, or we didn't get the gift we were hoping for our birthday. But let's think of some things that bring us happiness and joy. We invite you to yell them out now.
Let's blow up our balloons to fill them up, just like Jesus fills us up with hope. Because with hope, our hearts can fly. Feel free to throw your balloons into the air and hit them around during our next song.
There's a spirit I cannot contain. There's a spirit I cannot contain. The same power that raised Jesus up from the grave. The same spirit I cannot contain. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid. This my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Breath upon these bones, your fire in my soul, your kingdom is my home, and I don't walk alone. this road, high and low. Where I go with you. So I won't be afraid. This my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Hey. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low. Where I go with you. So I won't be afraid. This my home, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Where I go with you.
A reading from the Gospel according to John chapter 15, verse 12.
A reading from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 29. He gives powerless to the weak and strength to the powerless.
Hey there, engineer. Is the track all fixed?
It is.
Wait, where are you going? Don't you need to drive the train down the mountain? I can see you. Where are you hiding? Why are you hiding?
Well, there's this really steep mountain we have to drive down, and we've never driven a train down such a steep mountain. We're scared.
Doing new things takes courage. That's why I'm glad we're never alone, because Jesus' power.
You're right. I guess we'll stick around a while we sing about Jesus' power pulling us through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey. There's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes.
A reading from the Gospel according to John, chapter 15, verse 12. Love each other in the same way I have loved you.
Hey there, engineers. Did you get down the mountain?
We did it, and we delivered all of the M&Ms.
That's amazing. Oh, I see the basket at the back, and everyone can grab a bag on their way out. Hey, engineers, what's your favorite color? Mine is purple. How old are you? You're both old. Were you there when they invited the train? You want to hear a joke? What do you call a train that is crying bubblegum? A choo-choo train. Wait, why aren't you laughing?
You aren't being a very good friend. You aren't letting us talk at all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good friend, which is why it's so great that we can ask for Jesus' help.
Jesus' power.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. 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 Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Okay, now let's bring it down.
This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. Oh, this train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Jesus made a place in heaven for me. This train is bound for glory. This train. This train. This train. This train.
There seems to be another piece of broken track. Do you think you can help us fix it?
Absolutely. Let's be good friends and work together to fix this track. We might be able to see the broken track, but we can't always see what God does. But we can feel the power behind what God does. We call those moments God sightings, when you see the evidence of God somewhere in your world. In the pews, you will find printed train tracks. Take a minute to think of a God sighting that has powered you and brought you hope. Maybe it's the sunrise on a new day with hope of what's to come. Maybe it's the questions a child asks that give you hope for the future. Maybe it's working in your garden and seeing the sprouts of new life. Write down your God sighting and then stick it up on the wall and help us repair the track.
Look at all these amazing things God has done. When life gets difficult, it helps to remember that God is with us everywhere we go.
There's a spirit I cannot contain. There's a spirit I cannot contain. The same power that raised Jesus up from the grave. The same spirit I cannot contain. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid. This my home. What may, where I go with you. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Breath upon these bones, your fire in my soul. Your kingdom is my home, and I don't walk alone. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my home, come what may, where I go with you.
Please join me in the closing litany. Gracious God, thank you for this family of Christ. Whatever we do, wherever we go,
May the boundless power of Jesus Christ guide and uplift us. May his grace pull us through the darkness of nights, illuminating our path with hope. May his boundless love remind us that we can do hard things and we can be bold. And may he be a model for us of how to be a good friend, as we remember that through knowing him, all things are possible. Amen.